Hey y'all, today I'm going to share with you a recipe that I have been looking forward to trying. It was shared with me by one of my viewers, and it's a Dollar Tree meal. And I'm not going to use the person's name because I haven't asked permission and I don't know how they would feel if I did. I'm just going to call him Doctor. And I appreciate you sending this. I really honestly have been looking forward to this because it just sounds like something I would really enjoy. And it's called Dollar Tree Fish Strata Casserole. And I'm going to go ahead and go over with you the ingredients. And once I do that, we'll put it together and get it in the oven. And I tell you, this is one simple recipe to make. You don't have to cook anything on top of the stove and prepare and all this. You just layer your ingredients, stick it in the oven, and it's done. So you need, now remember, you get this at the Dollar Tree. They're a packet of hash browns. You can use, you use a 9x13 pan, so you can use 1 or 2 of the packets of hash browns or 1 can of boiled potatoes. Tilapia. It says you need 4 to 6 pieces, and there's 2 pieces in a pack. So you be the judge what you want to do about that. Salt and pepper. A bag of onions and peppers that you can get in the freezer department that are thawed. 2 tablespoons minced garlic. 1 can of dried tomatoes. It's 14 ounces. Not dried, diced. I'm sorry. 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. 1 teaspoon soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of any type of citrus juice, and that's optional. And 1 can black olives or 1 jar green olives. So that's the ingredients. And he said it feeds 6 to 8 people, and it costs $8.50 to $10 to make. I was figuring if you you have what you call pantry staples, that like salt, pepper, garlic, soy sauce, different things that you don't have to continually buy for every recipe, so it's just the main things you have to buy. And with that said, I think the recipe might even be a little cheaper than that to make. And he also says you can add other things that you would like to the recipe, so be creative and just put whatever you think you and your family would like. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 375, and let's put this together. And as you know, I've told you I cannot see very well, so I'm going to have to keep my notes handy where I can look and see what I'm trying to tell you. So take a 9x13 casserole dish and pan it or spray it. And I'll go ahead and put you down so you can see what I'm doing. And to this, I chose to use a can of potatoes. And this is just 1 can. It looks like a lot of potatoes, but it's just the 1 can. And you slice them up. They come whole, but slice them up. And then spread them out and layer them on the bottom. And so that looks pretty good. It's all covered basically. Alright, and to the potatoes, you're going to add tilapia. And Dollar Tree has the tilapia, as I said, 2 in a pack. I had some tilapia already that did not come from the Dollar Tree. So instead of re-buying tilapia when I had some, I just used what I had. But, so this packaging is different if you were going to go by the packaging. But I had 5 pieces of tilapia left, so that's what I'm going to use. I am a huge fish lover, so that might be one reason why this sounded so good to me. And he said you could overlap your fish some if you needed to. And I believe that's what will happen here. Okay, we've got our tilapia added, or tilapia, however you want to say it. Then sprinkle a little salt and pepper. You can always add more on your plate. And then you want to add, your next layer is a bag of onions and peppers that have been thawed. And these are thawed. They're the Dollar Tree onions and peppers. And he mentioned that, that there would be a lot of juice or sauce that comes off this, so I'm assuming that you would get part of that from the juices from the peppers and onions, so I'm not going to drain these. And I'm going to put the whole bag because I wasn't told any different, and I love onions and peppers. So just get that spread out. Oh, it just looks so good. And then the next thing you're going to do is in a bowl, you mix your tomatoes. And at the Dollar Tree when I was there yesterday, all they had was these 28-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. So you're supposed to use 14 ounces, so I'm going to use half of this jar, or this can, and I'm just going to pour it in here. A little bit more. That looks like half. Okay, you're going to mix that and garlic, and it's 2 tablespoons of garlic. And I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to add a little more if you like it, but I'm just going to add what he says because this is his recipe and I want to do it the way he has written it. Okay, there's 2 nice tablespoons of garlic. And then Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Okay. And then you're going to add soy sauce, and it's a teaspoon. If I can figure out where I said it. Here it is, a teaspoon. And then for the citrus, I'm going to be using lemon juice. I think that's real good with fish. So it's 1 tablespoon. So once you get all that together, give it a good stir, and you want to layer it over your onions. your onions and peppers rather. Okay. And to that, you put either your can of black olives or your jar of olives that have been sliced up. This is the olives I got at the Dollar Tree. They were the extra large whole. And I sliced them up. And he said you can make pretty designs and all, but I'm probably just going to sprinkle them on there. And if you wanted to add anything else to this, I would probably add it on top of the onions and peppers. And make the tomato mixture be the next to the last layer. And then your olives be the last layer. So I'm going to just sprinkle these on. And I love black olives and green olives, so I was trying to figure out which I wanted to use, and the black olives won out. So I'm going to spread that out. And so this is what it looks like. Let me hold it up where you can see better. This is what it looks like before we put it in the oven. 375 for 30-35 minutes. My tilapia was frozen, so I'm going to add 5 extra minutes to it. But I am really looking forward to trying this. You cook it, take it out after 30-35 minutes, and you let it rest for about 10 minutes. So that's what I'm going to do. And once it's rested, we'll come back and give it a try. Our Dollar Tree fish strata casserole is done, and I want to tell you, I think it just looks beautiful. It presents itself really well. And the doctor said you could serve this with sorbet or lemon cookies, and so that's a suggestion to do that. But I'm going to bring the camera down and let you see how pretty. I did let it set, so this is not too hot for me to hold for a minute. But I just think it's just so colorful and just beautiful to look at. So I'm going to get me a piece. And he did say it would have a lot of juice, which it does. And I got to get down into the potatoes. I don't think I got much of the potatoes. So here it is now, plated up. And I am looking forward to trying this. Okay. I'll try to get some of everything. Well, it's tender. It's wanting to fall apart a little bit. So I might have to take a couple of bites to get it off. This is really, I started to say lovely, but then that makes me sound fancy. It is a very tasty, delicious dish. I was wondering, let me know if you made this up, Doctor. It's really good. But I'm going to stand here and eat. The only thing I would do different is what I say on a lot of my meals, a little salt and pepper, because that's what I like, but you eat it how you want to. But otherwise, with the soy sauce and the citrus and salt and pepper that's in it and all the combinations of food that are in here, it's delicious. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. This will be going into one of my into my favorites pile of recipes. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a try and let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.